Hey everyone, welcome back. This is video number 4, I believe, on our 1977 Honda CT70 that we're installing a Lifan 125 semi-automatic engine into. Video 1 was just kind of a walk around and look at the project, and then videos 2 and 3 we kind of showed some of the cleanup of parts and fixing some parts and so forth. So video 4, we're down to just the items that were originally painted shiny orange. Pretty much everything else is ready to go. There'll be some assembly of some things, some brake hubs and those sorts of things that'll be later on in this video. But the first part is going to look at us trying to see if we can get some of this to shine back up a little bit. Now obviously we can't replace missing paint. I'm not painting the bike. We're just going to clean it up the best we can. But before I start doing that, these fork gears need some attention. For one thing, both of them have the tops of them blown out. The inside diameter of that fits over the front fork and keeps this thing from wobbling back around all over the place. Well, obviously it's broke loose, and so I need to weld these back on here, both of them. And this one is in particularly rough shape. I don't know if you can see it, that the hole is kind of oblonged. I'm gonna have to take a hammer and see if I can't beat that lip back down or do something to try and repair that piece. This particular one is in not really, not too bad a shape. It does have a slight bend right here where the turn signal mounts. I'm going to have to try and straighten that up a little bit. This one has some dents in it that we're going to need to go out and see if we can't hammer those out a little bit. And then it has got a bad bend. So we'll see if we can figure out some way of trying to straighten that up just a little bit better than what it is. But first thing I got to do is go into the other shop, fire up the MIG welder, and MIG weld these two pieces on, grind them somewhat smooth so that the top clamp will fit back on them, and then we'll be ready to go. So that's the first piece welded on. Ain't pretty right now, but we'll go back and try and clean that up, make it look a little bit better. So there it is after we cleaned it up a little bit. Now obviously when you weld, you're going to burn off a little bit more of the paint. It's focusing on the stuff in the background, sorry. But good enough for me. So now we need to take this in and see if we can't get a couple of those dents out. All right, so I've got this steel rack at my shop with some miscellaneous things I keep around for fabricating or whatever. And this is a 1.5 inch round tube. Sorry, trying to get you guys where you can see a little bit better. And we've got a crease right there. Sorry, I should have said something about the noise. Warn you, sorry. That's not too bad. I probably should have shown you a little bit. Let me set my hammer down. Hang on just a second. So our crease was right through here. That's not too bad. I'm trying to get you in. I got you zoomed in too much. You know what? I'm gonna live with that. There's another one right there, see it? So I'm gonna find another tube that'll slide up farther in there, maybe 1.25 inches, and see if I can't take that little piece out and just kind of work those a little bit more, and then I'll bring you back when we're ready to tackle that. So I'm pretty happy with the dent removal. Now I need to tackle this really bad twist. I'd be lying to you if I told you I knew what my plan of attack was here. I really don't know. I'm just going to, you know, maybe hammer on it a little bit, see if I can't close this up. I really don't know. I mean, I can't tell you that, hey, this is what you need to do. You know, we got it closed up. That looks better. But the welded in insert is like kicked, is bent. That is the trick. And you know, you got an outer piece and an inner piece. Without cutting the weld and taking one of those off, I went ahead and pre-put a bolt in my vise over there. Hopefully you guys maybe see that. Which way do I need to go? I need to pull the top out. Is that the right way? No, that's not right. I need to go this way. Nope, my bolt is going to move. Well, let's try hammering on it some more. Maybe we can get it kind of going that direction. So I need this to go down. That dent right there is what's getting me. I really need something maybe to support that so I'm not bending the arm. All right, I'm going to shut you off for just a second. I'm going to give this a little more thought than just trying to wing it here before I tear something up or bend it worse than can't bend it back. But I've got to try and get that somehow straightened up a little bit. Let me give it some thought just for a second. All right, I didn't film it because I was afraid I would really screw up and I didn't want to show you guys something bad. But all I did was, let me see if I can grab this. This is a 3/8 thick workbench. And I laid just the ear right across the edge and then hit on that steel insert with a ball peen hammer, and I am going to call that good enough. That's going to be straight enough for me. That's considerably more in line than what it was. So now we just have to do the same thing with this one and weld that cap on. Just some fine steel wool and some WD-40. I forgot to grab something to wipe this stuff down. All right, give me a second. Let me get some paper towels or a rag or something to wipe that off. Guess I should have taken a before and after picture, shouldn't I? All right, but you get the idea. That's what I'm going to do. And you can see that it's got some shine back to it. So I'll work on the rest of it. I realize it might not show up real well, but I am very pleased with the way that somewhat shined up, got rid of the dull finish. Obviously, it doesn't put any paint back, you know. But I think by the time we bolt all the parts on the bike and get it looking, you know, together, you know, to where you don't notice, I don't think it'll be as noticeable. It'll be noticeable, but it won't be as noticeable. But hopefully there'll be enough nice-looking parts on the bike to take away from the not-so-nice. So, all right. One last item to take care of. That's these. Let's get set up and do that. All right, I'm going to get these old boots off here. You can see that it's all ripped. And we've got some cleanup on the fork to do. There, it's coming off. All right, that went. Put this back together so we know how it went for right now. There we go. Stab my myself with a screwdriver. Just trying to get that cap out of the end of that old brittle piece. So that's what you got. You have a top cap that your fork ear sits down into, and then your gator has this spring in it that just sits down, fits over all this. So let me get my hands cleaned up. Boy, that plastic, that rubber just turns nasty, doesn't it? Let me get my hands cleaned up, and then we'll bring over and show you the one that I've got ready to go. A lot of guys polish these. These are aluminum and so forth. We're not going to do all that. I'll show you. I painted them the universal silver just to match all the other parts on the bike. We'll need to go through and buff this part, even though it's not seen. It's all covered with the gators and the fork ears. But to get it to slide in the bottom clamp of the triple trees. So we'll clean this up. But like I said, let me get my hands washed so I don't get the one that I've already cleaned all up, get it all dirty, and then we'll slide it over and take a look at it. Okay, so here's one that I've got cleaned up, and I've painted it. I did not change the seals in them. Neither one of these looked like they were leaking. Neither one of them are super bad. The other one looked about the same way. They don't look like they're leaking a lot of oil. There's a snap ring in here. You can pull that off and pull the guts all out of this, and there's a seal you can change. It'll be fine. I'm not going to mess with them right now. If they leak super bad, we may come back and tackle that, but we're not going to mess with it for right now. I want to get the bike put together, and I don't have the seals. So I've got the spring mechanism put inside that gator. And I just have to, there's a little lip right there, if you can see that. Hopefully I'm in camera. Talking about that little lip right in there. I've got to get the boot down over that. Easier said than done, huh? I should have lubricated it, maybe. Come on. And I've got a customer coming to the door, so I'm going to shut you down, but that fits on there. And this fits on there, then the boot goes up over top of it. All right, sorry about that. Had a customer walk in. Come on, get up on there. Keep walking. Keep walking. There we go. And that's that. So then we will put that on the bike and then put our oil, refill all the oil. But I'm going to do the other one and just do the exact same thing. Get it to look like that. And then we can start assembling the bike. Well, left my hammer in the other room. There, it popped on. I'm going with a 35 tooth. Sometimes I go with a 33 if I'm going with a stock size tire. Since I've got such a bigger tire on this one, I wasn't sure about the gearing, so I went with a 35 just in case. I can always adjust the front one, 15, 16, 17 to get the gearing that I want. But anyway, let's grab the brakes and let's start assembling some of the brake hubs. All right, this is for the rear brake. Let's see if I can figure out how that's going to go together. All right, and then is that, I got to get the big, like I said, the biggest thing is getting the orientation of the pin and this arm. All right, that looks like that's going to be right, because we've got a little dot on here, we've got a little dot on there, and we needed to line those up. Because it is possible to have this 180 degrees out. So, but that looks like I've got it in there the correct way. It had this little doodad on it. Which, I said earlier videos, I'm not sure what in the world that thing does. Well, drop it and scratch all the paint off of it. Okay. that. Alright, so we've got end with little half circles, go around the round post. The sides with the flats go on the, up here on the where it pivots and has the flats. I kind of get one started, and then it's just, I may go out of screen here. It's just a muscle. Oh, my spring came off. That's the hardest thing, is keeping all your springs hooked up. Oh, lost the other one. All right, everybody stay hooked. There we go. Like I said, it's just, for me, it's just a muscle thing to pull those down and over those two pins. I've never found a better way to do it. If you've got a better way, let me know. But so what happens is when you hit the brake, hit the foot brake, and it pulls this lever forward, it rotates this and spreads these shoes apart and tight up against the inside of the hub. And that's what stops you. So that's the rear. I've got to do the exact same thing on the front. Probably not going to bore you with that. We don't need to show you both of them. They do work the exact same way. So I'll get the front put together. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I am ready to start throwing some parts on this thing and making it look like a bike. As you can see, I put the engine on a stand and I set the frame on top of the engine. I went ahead and just put the swing arm on, the swing arm bolt. And the next thing I want to do is install the front end here. And I've went ahead and I cleaned all the races, cleaned everything up, re-greased everything. There are 21 little ball bearings, top and bottom. You probably can't see them, but I've got them, 21 of them around there and re-greased up. I've got 21 of them up here, and I went ahead and set the top race on top of them just to kind of hold them in place. And you just got to feed the stem up through here. Now with the top race, it's a little bit tighter fit. You got to kind of be careful. And I probably went overboard on the grease, but we'll clean up any excess that gets squished out. And I'm not going to tighten this all the way. I'll get it kind of hand tight. Move it back and forth, and I'll keep moving it back and forth during the assembly process just to kind of get those bearings to nice and coated, and then once I'm done or close to being done, then we will come in and take our socket and do the final tighten on this. But yeah, that feels pretty smooth, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I think I'm going to grab the forks and let's see if we can't get the forks put in. So when you go to install your forks, Make sure you are aware that there is a left and a right fork. Your brake assembly is on for the front wheel is on the left side, and the left fork has a little raised spot here that the brake assembly fits up into, which keeps it from rotating. So the fork that goes on the left is the one that has the little brake stop on it right here. So you want to make sure you get the right one over there. I'm going to hit this with a little bit of lube here, a little bit of WD-40. The only problem with doing that is then everything's slick. Hands, you can't get a good grip on it. We're going to see how well it goes up in there just by itself. Well, we'll stop right there. I actually have a tool. It's a little slide hammer I built that screws into the top here. Make sure you get it in enough threads you don't rip the threads out. And basically I can just this one wasn't bad. It just took a few taps. I forgot to grab the bolt that goes in here. Oh, stay, baby, stay. Actually, she's gonna slide right back out on us, isn't it? All right, let me grab the bolt. Forgot to get the battery for my little impact. Had it on the charger. All right, let's get you back up there again. All right, I'm gonna call that good for now. I'll need to get the other one in, and then when I go to put the top clamp on, make sure I've got these pulled up the right distance and so forth. Get all the measurements right. So pull this back out of here, and let's hope that the second one goes as easy as that one did. Come on, get started. Oh, I've got a customer pulling up. Definitely a tighter fit than the other one, but that little slide hammer does a great job. Makes it a little easier. starting to look like a little bit of something now. I am going to shut the video down, kind of see where we're at as far as time-wise, how long this has gotten. I definitely don't want to do a 2-hour video. And if I feel like we've got some more time that we can add more to the video, we will continue. If the video stops here, you know, I felt like it was long enough, so I appreciate you watching. But I think we can probably throw a few more bits and pieces on this bike before we're done for the day. So let me get reset up and we'll see what we got. To make my life easier and assembly easier, I always go through and take a tap and kind of clean out all the threads on these frames. And I did that off camera, went through every single one. And that sure makes life a little easier. You can buy taps online or someplace, wherever, if you've got Fastenals or something in your store like that. But I just keep it in a little holder, and I just do it by hand. And these frames have about 20 different ones, 20 different threaded inserts that use the M6, what is that, M6 by 1, I think is what those threads are. And just go around and do all those. Will make your life a little bit easier when you go to put one of these bikes together. All right, let's go grab a couple more parts. Matt in Nebraska, I sure do appreciate you sending this rear turn signal bracket. If you're watching, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, and appreciate everybody else who offered to help me out with one of those. YouTube is a really good community of people. I have found that, you know, they're very helpful. They want to help you out. They want to see you succeed, and I appreciate that. We passed, we didn't pass it yet. We're getting close to 500 subscribers on this channel, which kind of blows my mind a little bit. We've only had it for a couple months. I don't advertise it too heavily. Every once in a while I'll, post a link or something on one of the Facebook pages, but I appreciate everybody that follows along. Well, that didn't work. It fell right back out my hand. I got a long enough bolt. I don't have a long enough bolt for all the washers I've got on. Let me take off for right now, I'll take off the split washer. It'll be fine without it. Yep, looking more like a bike. paint shined up pretty nice, didn't it? Too bad it's got a little bit of decal missing there, and you know, still got a few things, but I'm liking it. I think it's going to look all right. I'm going to go grab just a couple more parts. No, it didn't come with one of these, but sure makes them look a little nicer. Better than having the empty holes there. Yeah, I know, I've still got to put the exhaust on here, but I'll just go ahead and... Oh, wrong socket. And I didn't grab the last one of those, the castle, or the acorn nut. All right, I think we're going to call it quits today. I like it. I think it's looking pretty good. Guys, we'll probably have a couple more videos. Yeah, I'm probably have maybe 2 more videos on this, assembling some more pieces. We've got a few pieces we still have to modify. The exhaust, I'll probably do those on their own separate videos. I use the Chinese exhaust, and it doesn't line up right here because that engine is longer than stock, because it's got a little longer stroke to it. So that pushes the exhaust ½ inch forward, which then means it doesn't line up here. So we'll have to modify that bracket on the exhaust to get that to fit. But we'll probably make its own separate video for that. But I really appreciate everybody following along. Thanks for closing in on 500 subscribers. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, give me a comment, let me know what you think, and we will see you in a few days when we film some more. Guys, everybody have a great day. See ya.